Okay, everybody, welcome back to Lazarus Gaming and Life is Feudal Forest Village Season 2 or Episode 2 or Year 2. We just left the previous year and we're back into spring, and we just built this nice little bridge that connected our build site for our fishing dock because we're an idiot and we built it on this gap where nobody could actually access it. So we learned something new. We learned we could build bridges across small gaps like that to have people be able to travel to build sites. So let's start these guys off. So we've got our fields. We're doing grass and potatoes for we've got tons of vegetables, so we're good. So what we might do is to help our village with food stores, which do deplete quite rapidly if you're not careful. We're going to put in a hunter's lodge and a gatherer's hut. So this is another mod as well, the hunting lodge. So you have the standard hunting cabin. Let's try and get a clear area to show you what these look like. So this is your normal hunting cabin. This is the one that basically starts with the game, and you can get different looks by moving it around. I really wish you could actually change the look of it without having to move it to a different square, because obviously if you move it to a square you need it to be in, you have to put up with whatever the look is, whereas that is a cool look because it's got the little fur outside and, you know, the drying rack behind it. That one's not so cool. That's just some straw shack that could be anything. But anyway, the mod that I have is this, the hunting lodge. So it's an actual house with a mounted head above the door, which looks awesome. It's got the drying racks and whatever. You know, it's always got something interesting going on outside. I don't think there's actually one that has nothing outside. And then inside, I don't know if we can see this if I zoom in, but can you see the furniture inside is actually changing as I move around, which is what these mods are amazing for. They just make the village seem more real and lifelike. The other thing with this hunting lodge, again like the ranger's lodge or ranger's hut or cabin, the area that they hunt in is way larger, which makes it a lot easier for your village just to, you know, manage and stuff. So what we're going to do is we are going to put this, we'll just put this here. It doesn't really matter. I'll do that. It turned nighttime just as I was putting that down, so I couldn't see how it's going to look, but we'll let that go. So you see these, this is what I was talking about before with these. So I'm almost certain these do nothing. They're just decorative. It doesn't seem to be any difference in the amount of stuff it produces or anything like that. I can't see any people farming these at any point. I think they are just entirely decorative pieces, little gardens, but they look cool. And I thought she was actually going to farm it, then I was going to be proven wrong. It just adds to the village. I think it makes it look a hell of a lot nicer. Really cool. There we go. It's starting to get some light come back into the village now, so we can actually look at stuff. So we probably need to assign a, oh no, we've got the builder there. So the builder's been a bit slow. He's still not built that fishing shack. It looks like we're still getting materials. We're short of stone by the looks of it. Yeah, okay, we're doing right there though. We've got 170 stone, so we will need to put some people to collect resources at some point. Because a lot of these buildings require stone. So we are definitely low on clay though as well, so we'll probably need a clay pit at some point. The clay pits are, I think they're under No, that's collecting, isn't it? Yeah. I think they're under here. Ore, stone, clay mine. So we can set a clay mine. And when you choose to have a mine appear, you get this heat map of where is good and where is bad. So say this spot here, we get 4,700 from that spot. 5,000 there, so 5,000 there. Can't build in that area, it's unfortunate. That's our fishing village there, so fishing shack. So that 5,000 was actually quite good. It didn't even look that big. What I might do is drop this here now, just so that I can get that 5,000 locked in, so I know where it is. Is that one? That one looks way better. It's not. It's actually less. Okay, so 5179. Where was it? 5179. There we go. Let's lock it in there. Yeah, we'll leave it active. It can start getting built now. The fishing hut and the hunter's lodge are going to be first anyway. The other one is the hunter's lodge, and that's just the standard hunter's lodge, hunter's cabin rather. But it looks, the gatherer's hut. It's again one of these. It looks like the shack that people live in, but I suppose it suits a gatherer. You know, it looks woody, looks wildlife related. We probably want to move this one over here somewhere, just slightly out of the village, where it can I can't see where stuff is when it's like this. I must be slightly blind, I think. I want to keep this more. I want to try and keep the village towards the shoreline, because further inland I plan later on to build a fairly large castle. So let's just find the front of this building so I've got it pointing the right way. Okay, and now we place it. So that's our village there. So what we want to do is somewhere like that, I think. So we'll just let that populate on its own. We'll let them build it when they're in time. Have we got this finished? No, one more. Typical. Always one more. These builders are the worst. So as soon as that's built, I may actually do a road up to the town, just into there, along that line there, because that mine can also go into it. I don't tend to like doing the roads to start with, because I don't see dirt roads doing much of a speed increase for a start. But also the let's just close that so we can see where the steps are. So they're going to be coming off here, so want that to go like that. And where's the mine? There's the mine, and the town is there. Okay, so let's maybe do that, and then do this into the town. Let's pull this back a bit to here, just so I can see, because we're probably going to build stuff here, and I'm assuming that will give me enough of a speed increase for this part of the thing, so that's fine. I'll leave it like that for now. I don't want to be setting roads and stuff in place too early anyway. All of this has access to the barn and the warehouse anyway really easily. There's no real need for roads or anything between these. Although it would give it a bit more of a good looking road, so we can do, say, a road path like that, go the whole length, and then we can do path through here. And eventually what we want to do is have this huge carriageway that will go to the castle and the keep that we create over here somewhere. So yeah, yeah, somewhere over here, somewhere in the middle roughly. So if we zoom out, we're going to want to put the castle and the keep here somewhere, make it look really good, stand out, try and maybe lift the land up slightly, and have it dominating the landscape, so when you're looking from the village you can just see it there. It's just really visible and obvious, and then this will become more of a small town, and possibly around the walls of the castle we'll have like a small town build up with not shacks or anything, but buildings that matter at that point. So if we go to this one here, so we'll have like a tavern, and we'll have a healer shop maybe, put a crypt in there, obviously have things like the fountains, we could put a school in there as well, that'd be nice. But then these are the castle components, so we can have like a fort somewhere as well, alarm bells, we can have a watch house. So these are some of the things we're going to play with later on, and I imagine this will take us some time to actually design and develop how we think we want it to look. But we are quite a few episodes away from that stage yet, so I'm not going to worry too much. At first I want to make it through the first couple of Christmases or winters without losing my entire population, which I'm prone to do on previous playthroughs that I've done of this game. I don't think I've made it through 12 winters without losing half the village at some point, because I've overexpanded, or I haven't been paying attention to food stores, or you know, they become sick. So, and I don't get the herbalist huts and stuff in place in time and that type of thing. So we're gonna, because obviously for YouTube we have to make sure we get this one right. So we don't want to have to be starting again from scratch next time. So what we might do is, no, cancel that, because we don't want to, whatever that was. Oh, that's terraforming. We don't want to do that. We want the road. So we just want to do a little path like that, path like that, and drag a path off like that. So that makes it a nice little village path. Probably want to, I should have gone between the fields maybe. Yep, they do walk between the fields. So maybe I'll run a path down there like that. And then just run a second path like that, just between them. That looks a bit funny now, so might just build that all the way up. Yeah, that looks better. So we're in summer now, and we've got, have they finished our fish hut yet or not? Yes, they have. Brilliant. So we'll leave them off the fishing for the time being, because we want to get these fields cleared. In the winter I'll put 3 of the 4 back onto fishing, or into fishing, and then the remaining 1 I'll probably put into one of these, lumberjacking or foresting. depending on how we're looking for wood and firewood. We need a bit more of a population growth, so it'd be nice if some of these were pregnant. We've got a child coming up here, that's good. It'd be useful. We'll just find the other house. And we got 2 children in there, so I mean they have to go through teenagers yet, so we may not get anything for them till the next year. But we've got 4 in there. 1, 2, that one's full, and this one's got 4, so we've got 1 available there and 2 available in there, so we've got 3 spaces available, which is cool. I might place down another house, but pause it until I'm ready to actually have it built. So we'll put down another cottager's cottage. I think we're on a hill there. Let's get over top of this so we can see. Yeah, okay. So is he facing the right way? Yep, okay, facing the right way. So we'll probably put that one there. I think that's on a hill, but I think they auto terraform it, so they'll flatten out the hill, I think, to put the house in. You should see, yeah, that's the terraforming. Yeah, so they'll more than likely create a flat space there, cut into the hill, and just get rid of all of this earth and make that flat, which would be cool. So I don't want to try and be too symmetrical in the village. I've made villages before where I've made them look really weird because I have everything squared off, all the houses are level with each other, the fields are all in a nice row, and I think it just looks weird. So I think I want to just sort of like randomly dump some stuff down but still keep a bit of structure. So I'll probably add another field in one of these spots around here somewhere, on this side here or over here, and maybe then a house or 2 here, or some other another hut of some sort, maybe a school in here. We could do the school, just to break it up and like make it a little less even. And of course we've got our actual barn and warehouse we need to put in as well, our extended barn and warehouse, which is under here. So I think it's, yeah, that one there, large barn, and I think it's this one, builder's yard, is the one that has the warehouse. That's the warehouse replacement. So these are cool. They look I cannot see anything through trees. Let's try and get the spot. So yeah, so you can see this one looks really cool, looks really awesome. It's got, you know, that worn down village look, but it's still really nice. And the other one was the large barn. Yeah, so this is the large barn, and I would imagine a village would have a large barn as a main storage thing rather than that tiny little barn they have there. At least a town would, and you know, we're progressing up to a town, so we can break that down and put in a large barn. The people would all work together to raise that, I think. So we are clearing this field off nicely. So we got, where are we? Fall year 2. Okay, there we go. Nope, that's still going. Got our fishing. What are they building at the moment? We've got a hunter's lodge in place, so we can add in one of our farmers to the hunter's lodge once this is done. And I imagine they're doing the gatherer's hut now. So we'll just let that run through, that's fine. I don't know why they haven't cut that tree down. Oh, we're running out of tools, so we are going to need to get a carpenter. And we might need to prioritize a carpenter as well. I think they can continue building stuff even if they don't have tools, it just takes way longer. Sorry, you have to excuse me, I think I'm coming down with a sore throat. And it is... I don't think I can say the name because I get penalised apparently. So, but we are in the middle of a, if you're watching this in the future, a quite serious Asian severe flu. I think I can say that without getting YouTube strike me or something. I don't think I have it. I just joke about it. It's, you know, you're either, if you laugh about these things, you take away the power to bother you. Okay, cool. They're farming this one as well, so we're getting nice store of hay come in, 790, tons of hay. So what we'll do, and here comes winter. So even though we've got a decent amount of hay, we're going to lose half this field by the looks of it. So the next time we have a winter, we're going to do flax because we want to put in a weaver's hut and a carpenter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the carpenter's hut now so I don't forget, because I have mined like a goldfish. So this is the carpenter's shop. So I want to make a sort of, you know, the mine is here, the fish shack's here. So I sort of want to build my, I suppose you would call them utilities or that sort of stuff, over this side of the village, and have the housing come and fields come this side of the village. But again, I don't want to make it seem too squared off, so I'm just going to dump this. I'm just going to dump this there. Let's spin it that way. What have we got there? We're going to take that off anyway. We're going to take these two down anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we'll just dump this one here for now. So there's our carpenter. We will let them clear that off. Good thing about sticking in a few more buildings is it takes out the trees permanently, so you can actually see your village, which is nice. It's good. That's the other good thing about roads. The roads take the trees out, so they don't grow back on them. Ooh, look at that. There's a there is two bears. Excellent. So what we can do is, with the game paused, we can take out one, and then the other one is there. And I thought I saw a wolf out the corner of my eye, but maybe I'm imagining it. So they still haven't done anything with that land, but I think they're getting ready to, because they're dropping all the resources on it. Okay, so that was all it was. So let's just zoom back in. Okay. So the village is starting to come along quite nicely now. We've got that built there. I might just put the weaver's hut down as well while I'm thinking about it. But the weaver's hut I don't want near the industrial type carpenter and lumberjack, and the blacksmith I suppose will go here as well at some point. I want this guy to be over here somewhere, so it's more of a you know, sort of like merchant area to the village. I might just build the merchant area a little bit further in as well. So I might put that there. And then we'll have maybe the schoolhouse and stuff here as well. The blacksmith will be over there somewhere. What else we got here? A furnace and a blast furnace. So all of that will be over this side. All that sort of smelly type building area will be over this side near the water, where it can get water if it needs to, I think. And then we got the mines we need to put in as well. So we've got a fair bit to do yet before we get anywhere near to being a town, which is where we want to be. I forgot to take the farmers off, so take the farmers off and chuck them onto there and onto there. And our firewood is, we have plenty of firewood, but we have no actual wood. So let's increase that and drop that down, because we can't make firewood without wood. So there's no need to have a lumberjack in there. So these people are working away. There you go. So you can see there the terraforming's happened, and they've sort of leveled that out. Nope, they have leveled it out. That's what they're calling level. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Don't have to be exact. Oh, there's a wolf. So the animals, they don't apparently attack people, but they are supposed to be going into stores and stuff like that and taking the food from the stores. There's a bear there as well. God damn it. I think I read somewhere or saw on somebody else's video maybe that they were talking about the animals would actually eventually hunt in the town and attack people, which is why you have your hunters covering the town area so that they can actually hunt the animals that come into the town area. So you saw that one there just killed that pig that was in the town. But I don't know if that's implemented yet. It doesn't seem to be. Like I see bears and stuff go into my stores, but I don't seem to lose anything from them. So, and they definitely don't attack people. I've never seen them attack a person. Like, these people are just walking straight by this bear. You can see him there though. He is eating stuff off the floor. So I don't know if that's berries and things that are on the floor that the gatherer then can't get. I'm not entirely sure about that. So maybe just let me know in the comments if you actually know what that is, what the animals do. Because it would be interesting to know if you need to hunt them more avidly than I do. Avidly? Yeah, I'll go with avid. Zealously. More zealously than I do. Let's go with zealous. That's a good word. And so you see the little fox there, wolf there went into the store, but it was, I mean, it's not store, it's building materials. But the hunter came and got him anyway. So let's just go and check our fishing shack and make sure these guys are there. So we got 1, 2, 3 in there. Yep, cool. These are good. Okay, our clay mine has been done. So what we might do, oh no, it's not done. No, we're still waiting for it to be built. 36 builds left. We are going to definitely need somebody working in the clay mine because we have no clay. So we're going to be hard yards building stuff with no clay. And we're going to need a carpenter up and running fairly soon as well, because we're getting a bit low on the tools there as well. So it looks like we're in early spring. We're about to hit the 0 degree period, and it's time to move the fishers back onto the gardens, the farms. So we've got flax and potato being built this year. So that's the end of this year. We got a little bit done this year, not a huge amount though. We've got our house started there, another house, so we can try and push the population up a bit faster. We've got our fish shack built, which is good, and we're keeping a good store of food up, which is nice. So again, thank you very much for watching. If you made it all the way through this video, like or leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more and know when we upload. As we said before, this is a brand new channel and this is our first go at YouTube videos and YouTube channel, so any comments that you leave will we won't take to heart too much. Any criticism is more than welcome to help us improve the way we do things. We're very much new to all this sort of stuff, and we're so far behind now on everybody else in the world, I think, who seem to have, everybody has channels nowadays. But yeah, if you leave us a like and or a dislike even, and just give me a comment about what you think. Next time, year 3, we'll see if we can push a few more buildings out, and we'll look forward to seeing you. Thanks for watching. Cheers.